Ah, the Morris Minor, a quintessential British classic that captured the hearts of many a young lad back in the day, myself included. Let me take you back to 1976, when I, a fresh-faced Scottish lad barely out of high school, proudly owned a 1961 Morris Minor. At least I think it was a 1961 model. That was a long time ago, and my memory is not that trustworthy at this point. It was a Morris Minor, though, and this quirky little number wasn't just a car. It was a companion, a trusty steed that carried me through the winding roads of the Scottish countryside. Yeah, teenagers kind of think like that. Sorry. With its compact size and nimble handling, the Minor was the perfect dance partner for those tight town streets and narrow village lanes. The model I had was the Morris Minor 1000, the 4-cylinder 947cc version, not the 1100cc version, which I believe came later. So basically the same displacement as a decent motorbike of today. As my old grandpa used to say, it wouldn't pull the skin off a bowl of cold porridge. Well, that was a little harsh, as the Minor could zip along if it had enough room to get up speed, but it was not driven for its performance. Mine was a two-door sedan, predominantly in a colour known as rose taupe, a moderately unpleasant putty-like shade as seen here. None of these are actual photos or videos of my car, by the way, unfortunately, so sorry about that. Even though we certainly had cameras back then, it wasn't the ubiquity of a smartphone where you could just whip it out and take a quick picture, so taking pictures of your cars wasn't a huge pastime. To my recollection. Now, you might be thinking, but what about the Volkswagen Beetle? Wasn't that the cool kid back on the block? Well, let me tell you, I did own a Beetle briefly a year or so later. It was one of the older ones, but it didn't have the split rear window, so probably late 1950s. And personally, the Minor had a certain charm that the Beetle could never quite match for me. Now, I should qualify by saying that my wife currently drives a 2014 Beetle, and it is rather nice. While the Beetle in those days was content to meander along at a leisurely pace, the Minor seemed to possess a zippier personality, able, for larger engine models at least, to get within spitting distance of 80 miles an hour. So not too shabby for such a wee thing. And let's not forget the advanced features that made the Minor a bit of a trailblazer for the time, at least. Rack and pinion steering, independent suspension, and those delightfully small wheels placed at each corner for better balance. The Minor was, I felt, oddly more of a driver's car, responding to input with precision and agility for the time. It was designed by Alec Isagoni in the form of the Morris Mosquito prototype in the late 1940s. Wow, now we're going back. Isagoni would go on to design the famous Mini that gained fame in the 1960s and which was also quite successful on the international rally circuit. But don't get me wrong, the Beetle had its own strengths. With its more spacious interior and adjustable seats, it offered a level of comfort for the time that the Minor couldn't quite match. Still, for a young guy like myself, the thrill of the open road and the Minor's more nimble handling far outweighed any concern about legroom. And let's not forget the iconic design of the Minor. With its unibody construction and somewhat Beetle-like shape, it was still easy to spot in the Scottish roads. So, while the Beetle may have won the global popularity contest, selling tens of millions worldwide, the Morris Minor will always hold a special place in my heart. It was more than just a car, it was a faithful companion, a symbol of a much simpler time, when driving was about pure enjoyment and the open road beckoned with endless possibilities. Hey, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye.